Vayhi hamabul, and the flood was arba'im yom al haaretz, 40 days on the earth. Vayirbu hamayim, and the water was multiplying. Vayisu et hateva, and the water carried the ark. Vataram al haaretz, and it lifted it from of the earth. Vayigberu hamayim, and the waters were powerful; they were mighty. Vayirbu me'od al haaretz, and again there was a lot of it. Vatelech hateva al pnei hamayim, and the ark was going upon, like it was moving on the water. Hamayim gavru me'od al haaretz, and the water overpowered the earth very much. Vayachusu kol ha'arim hagvohim, and it covered all of the tall mountains asher tachas kol hashamayim that were under the heavens. Chamesh esrei ama milamala gavru hamayim. It was 15 cubits above the water was. Vayichasu harim. It was like above the highest mountain peaks. Vayigva kol basar, and all of the flesh died. Haromes al aretz, that was crawling on the land. Ba'ufa by behema, for the birds and the animals, b'chaya and the beasts, b'chol sheretz hasheretz al haaretz, and all of the things that crawl on the earth, v'chol ha'adam, and all man. Notice didn't mention the fish. Kol asher nishmas ruach chayim ba'apav, everything that has the spirit of life in its nose. Mikol asher b'charava, from everything that was on dry land, metu died. Vayimach kol hakum asher al pnei ha'adama, and he erased all of the existence that was on the face of the land. Me adam ad behema, from man to animal, ad remes, to crawling things, v'al of hashamayim, and the birds of the sky. Vayimachu min haaretz, and they were erased from the land. Vayishaer ach Noach, and only Noach was left, v'asher ito, and what that was, which was with him, bateva, in the ark. Vayigberu hamayim al haaretz, and the water was strong upon the earth. Chamishim uma'at yom, 150 days. So it rained for 40 days, and 40 nights, but it was 150 days that the waters were like kind of swollen over the earth. Noach, and God remembered Noach, and all the animals and beasts that were with him on the ark. And God caused a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters calmed down, they subsided. And the springs of the depths and the windows of the heavens were stopped, were closed. And the rain was now held back from the sky. And the water started to recede from the earth, haloch vashov, going more and further back. At the end of 150 days, the waters were diminishing. And the ark rested on the 7th month, b'shivasar yom lachodesh, on the 17th of that month, al hare Ararat, on the mountain Ararat. And the waters continued to reduce ad chodesh ha'asiri, until the 10th month, ba'asiri be'echad lachodesh, on the 1st of the month, near urashe harim. Then you could start to see the peaks of the mountains. So it was a very long process. It was 40 days and nights of rain, but it was the better part of a year. It took really a year till well, we'll see. And it was ended 40 days. And Noach opened the window of the ark, asher asa, that he had made. And he sent the raven, and it went out and came back, until the water dried up from the earth. And then he sent a dove from him, to see whether the water had lightened from the face of the earth. And the dove was not able to find rest, the kaf ragla, for the bottom of its feet, and so it returned to him to the ark, because there was water covering the whole surface of the land. And so Noach sent forth his hand, and he took it, and he brought it inside into the ark. And he waited another 7 days. And again he continued to send the dove out of the ark. And the dove came back at the evening, and there was like an olive leaf grasped in its mouth. And Noach knew that the waters were getting lighter on the earth. And so he waited 7 more days. And he sent the dove, and didn't continue to return to him anymore. So it was in the 601st year, meaning of Noach's life, in the 1st of the month. The waters had dried from the earth. And he took off the covering of the ark. And he saw, in fact, the ground was dry. Ubachodesh Hasheni, in the second month, B'Shiva V'Esrim Yom Lachodesh, in the 27th of the month, Yav Shaharet, so it's like a full year, that the land was now dry.